And welcome down to the... See, I gotta start over.
What is that, though?
Sounds like a helicopter.
Oh, it's something over there. I
Like
tell you,
skating.
I mean,
It's headquarters.
it's so loud. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How much these
Someone
things
just hooked their white noise machine up to
I
an
know, right?
amplifier.
Yeah.
right when
So
we start.
peaceful.
All right.
I haven't seen
And-
so many white noise machines in a cave since.
Oh, that was
It's
good.
a callback to a joke that we haven't told on the
Okay, and go.
All right, boys and girls, welcome to episode 22. Sweet 22. And never been kissed. Bingo is life. Live and in person from scenic downtown Harrisonburg at the Ruby's Arcade in the Wine Brothers building.
Yes.
Yes.
Ruby's.
Featuring, I'm Jay Zare, your hostess with the mostest. We have the fabulous Hattie Shell Brothers and Dan Easley.
Hey.
The one and only.
So far as I know.
And our special guest star, Britney Mumshackles Mongold.
Hello.
All the way from the Arts Council of the Valley.
Sure, we can say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kids, so
Wherever you want.
this is, I guess we should say in the beginning of the podcast, this is the post Bingo is Life podcast.
Wow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at Ruby's Arcade.
7:30.
7:30, I'm sorry,
Yeah, that's
7:30
right.
at Bingo's.
But you get here at 7 to
Oh,
get
yeah.
a seat.
Yeah.
And it's a very cool event. And Chris said it was the funniest, best crowd they've ever had in the history of this
crowd.
event. It's been happening since 1954.
Actually, truthfully, we've been doing it for 7 years.
right,
And
7.
this crowd tonight was the kind of crowd that we've had every so often that it's a beautiful thing.
It's the crowd you want to
Oh,
have.
absolutely.
Yes.
They're engaged,
Energetic,
It was
engaged.
Yeah, it was actually kind of like being on The Price Is Right. It was everyone was yelling, everyone was angry,
Higher,
like fun.
lower.
Yeah.
It was a lot of screaming for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, I
More-
walked in at the end of it, and you guys were like rock stars. There was a crowd around Chris.
They have
bowling
people
alley.
throwing car keys at them and undergarments.
Yeah. When they do that, they call making a tail.
So they're like,
Yeah.
"What do we got to do for 2 cards?" I'm like, "Buy a T-shirt."
Yeah, right.
So the question, of course, is did anyone win the $100?
Oh.
It was a beautiful thing. The guy who rolled the ball.
Short answer, no.
Hold on. But it was a beautiful thing because the guy rolled the ball and he totally flubbed and maybe he got 1 pin. And then everyone was like, "One more ball." So they took another ball and I said, "This is it, man. You can do it." And then he gutter balled. And then I went over and
You
said,
completely ridiculed in front of his wife.
Yeah, no, his girlfriend. It's not his wife.
No, that is
It's not his wife. And
All right,
so
if
I
you're listening to this, sorry, not wife, girlfriend.
I called her.
There's still time to call it
I
off.
said his wife,
don't-
and he was like,
don't
"She's
tell his
not my wife." So then I said, "How about you come up and you just hit 1 ball?" And then she got her balled, and I was like, "You're meant for
made
each
for
other."
each other.
Oh. And then I looked around, and there was a dad. I mean, straight dad, like had 2 kids wrapped around him, and you could tell he's that. I looked at him. I said, "This is a job for a dad." And I said, "Dad, get up here." And that dude just destroyed those pins.
He did. Did he
And
knock
so-
them all?
I probably
He
just by
just
looking
destroyed
at
the
them.
pins,
Yeah,
whatever
he
they
just
were.
looked- and then they all fell down. It's a beautiful thing.
The light glistened off of his New Balance sneakers and struck the pins by force.
You know, we have to have a correction here. We failed to
Already?
mention Fred Fest last week,
Oh,
which got
sorry.
I've never been to it, but that's a really big, popular event that people say is one of the best music festivals in Virginia. No,
Yeah, no, I've heard that exact same phrase.
but they got a lot of rain.
Yeah, but I mean, so did Red Wing. I mean, everything. It rains in
July, it rains.
Yeah.
It rains here.
Hey guys, let's do something outside during the rainy season. Hey, okay, let's go to Demon Forest and plant some trees.
Yeah.
What's that from?
A Mad Magazine.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. It was a horror movie called Arbor Day.
So our
That was,
Finally!
that was a good one.
1988
Yeah.
edition, folks. Good night, everybody.
Finally played out for us.
It was the only reading material they had in the Howdy Shell household as the boys were growing up.
There's actually a lot of classic movies that I read the Mad Magazine satire as a child before I ever saw the movie. It totally spoiled it. You know, like
Yeah.
For years, trying to see what is it? The last picture showed to see Sybil Shepherd naked because that was in the Mad magazine. I'm 9 years.
wow.
She gets naked in this movie. Mom, can I go? No.
I mean, so my era of Mad Magazine was it was just like, I think I remember them making fun of Top Gun, like the original Top Gun. So that would put, it was definitely is in the late 80s is when we had all of them. They were great.
And I was more like the late 60s, early 70s.
My God, man.
I'm an old man.
With our childhoods combined, we can have the entire series of Mad magazines.
Back then they were chiseled on the stone.
Do you remember that dinosaur? Yeah, it's a living.
So we have the stand-up comedy update.
Oh yes.
K-Fest is in the books.
Cave Fest. Yes. Yes.
Cave Comedy Fest is in
Please
the
tell
book.
me how the Cave Fest
It was in a cave.
Now I got almost like a last minute notification when they said no, we're not doing 2 days. What happened?
Yeah, well,
we're doing 2 days. No,
well,
we're going to do 1 day.
Yeah, it went from
Combine the powers.
6 shows to 2 shows.
I see. No,
It was still,
Still a cave.
Still a cave. I shouldn't say this. Well, who cares now? I walked because we were waiting behind the green room. It was the biggest
cave.
green room in the history of the universe. It went all the way back into the bowels of the earth. So I walked back down there till the lights stopped, till I was totally
Till
dark.
the light stopped.
There were lights. They have electric lights down in this. It's Melrose
It
Caverns.
was the opposite of death.
I went back until the light stopped.
This isn't a green room so much as an abyss.
That's kind of what it was. It must have been really scary to be down there if you were.
Were the other comedians hanging out in the green room with you
Well, yeah, when
guys,
they
or
were like right behind
the void.
There was a void. There was the cavern where the comedy was, and then a little bend, and then we were all sitting there on folding chairs. But then the cave kept going, and I just started walking down there, and it just kept going and going and going. And the electric lights kind of ended, and I kept going down in this cave.
Don Womack yelled at you, Jay, come back to the light.
Back to us. Wherever you are.
So anyway, Thursday night, if you're listening to this in real time, there was the open mic at Restless Moons. Might be the last one Travis does before his baby girl arrives on this. Comes out of the where she is.
So that's
we
an open
understand
mic.
how it works.
Out of the abyss, if you will.
And then I just found out today, Chris, I'm going to be hosting on August 9th a new open mic at Golden Pony.
Speaking of a new birth.
Yes. Man, hey, good luck, man.
Tell us about
That's a beautiful
Tell
thing.
us about the variety show. Brittany,
Yeah,
this
there's
Friday
a
night.
thing this Friday. There's a thing this Friday. I'll get closer to the mic tonight. Yes. Won't sit way far away. Okay. Friday, the 21st at 7 o'clock at Restless Moons. Troutmouth is opening, and then Rocktown Improv's going to go on for like half an hour, 45 minutes. And then Noah C. is going to come out and do some of his poetry. And then finally, the evening will round out with Help, my baby's a rat.
Yeah, Nevin was at my house yesterday. Had to go to rehearsal, so they're going to do.
Is this the radio show?
Radio show.
play by
Yeah, okay.
Third Story Studios.
Are they doing the same thing where they play it and
They're
then
gonna-
act it out?
Yep. So yeah, it's kind of like a Nevin turns on the TV and it's snow, and
I don't know why he has to practice for
it's an
that.
audio experience. Well, they're very specific in their stage directions.
Oh,
you
there
know?
you go.
Right.
You know, cross here, scoff at the TV here, pick your butt here, answer the phone.
It's very funny. It's really it's worth the price of admission, I'm sure, just to
Right.
see the. It's free, right? No,
It is a free
Free show.
but it's still it's a very funny radio show.
I mean, just in general, I just want to give some love to Restless Moons for hosting
Absolutely.
so many great events.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, our breweries have stepped it up. Every
It's
brewery
true.
in this town. Friendly Fermenter has great events. Pale Fire,
Trivia.
Restless Moons. I mean, I'm very
Notch.
Yeah, Three
Brothers.
Notch. All
Yeah.
of them. They
Yeah.
all do something
all?
that's
I think so.
I don't know. It makes our town more interesting.
Even
And
our
they-
cidery.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Oh, the cider.
Oh, the cider.
Of course, because they've got a big hot dog thing going
Hot
on.
dog,
Oh,
hot dog
nice.
days of summer, and this is really. Unfortunately, Tucker couldn't come tonight. He was. He
was going to
he
ask.
has a grudge against me.
Oh.
We have another dog staying with us. But Hot Dog Days of Summer. It is a dog event.
Okay.
It's going to also be.
What does that mean?
Friday. It's okay.
The dogs are behind the counter pouring the cider.
Hey.
I'd pay for that.
Hey. All right.
It's like the dogs playing poker painting, but with
They're
a bar.
pouring ciders.
There
All
will,
right.
Blue Ridge Dog will be there giving out dog treats. Anacera will be there, and somebody else related
There's a
to
hot dog truck.
There is a hot dog eating contest. Going on.
No.
Yes.
No.
Really?
But it sounds like it's a benefit for dogs.
But not like that
Did
gross
it-
hot dog.
Probably. Are there hot dogs that aren't gross?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're having an eating contest,
Any
it's going to be
eating
gross
contest, yeah, any
regardless.
eating
of
Oh, no,
what's in it.
I actually
Hot dog eating
I
contest to
won-
benefit Overeaters Anonymous.
Oh.
I won a eating contest once. It was a watermelon eating
Oh,
contest,
that's-
and
Was
they
this at a church event?
it was at a church.
I knew it.
Did you know what I'm saying? Were you there?
I don't.
I won though. It was a bunch of kids, and they were like, eat it.
Won,
And I was-
in quotation
I
marks.
just,
It's a special place in heaven.
yeah.
How did
The
you
winner
feel
of the
afterwards?
watermelon eating.
That's what I want to know.
How did I feel?
Yeah,
I felt
afterwards.
great,
Yeah.
very hydrated.
Very hydrated.
Oh, cool.
Good night, everybody.
So what?
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm still
Oh, yeah.
working. The timing is just awful.
Timing.
Hey, speaking of sound effects, though, I want to say this is not to throw out Subway for their sandwiches, but I went to Subway and had a sandwich, and it's called the Pickleball Club.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Oh, wrong thing. Pickleball sub is what they call it.
They're just trying to capitalize on all those rich boomers playing pickleball.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
It just had bacon on it. I don't know.
There
what-
weren't pickles?
No. Well,
What?
it did have pickles.
It's
Subway
balls
has one of those sandwiches. It's got 3 meats on it. What's that? Like a club sandwiches? Does that have 3 meats? And all 3 of the meats are turkey.
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
You're exactly no.
Sorry, I
turkey
didn't mean to
based.
talk about Subway sandwiches.
No, it's just, you know.
It was pickleball. I don't know.
Yeah, no, right on. It's kind of a sore subject for me, but
Okay,
it's all
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I haven't been playing pickleball. My foot is sore.
Oh.
But
I've read about that in the the article of old people getting
the old
hurt.
people getting hurt.
That was you.
That was me.
Okay.
I have to move on to Yahtzee at the memory care unit.
Small straight. I got it this time.
Soup day tomorrow.
3 in a row. That's good. That's something, right?
Yes, Grandpa. Yes, Grandpa
Did I
Jay.
get a full house? Is that a full house? I loved Yahtzee. Can we just? Nah.
Yeah, you said that last week. I think.
No,
it
I
was,
do.
wasn't
I
it?
do love Yahtzee.
Love
but you know what
Yahtzee.
though? I haven't really played very long time.
It's a
When-
lost love.
When's the next music event for the Howdy Show conglomeration?
Oh, you know what? We are taking a break.
My God.
Was it like
we worked hard for a little
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
We actually have this thing called other jobs, in which we work.
And families.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then that. And which I've got to say this. Oh my gosh! Yay! Tomorrow is my 15-year wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
And so me and Marianna are going to this weekend. We're going to go to Virginia Beach. And it's just the 2 of us and have a little getaway. And then the family is going to come down and meet us on Sunday. And then so like Sunday night, Monday, we'll be at the beach, all 4 of us together. And it's going to be cool.
You know how you should celebrate. Sorry.
Seemed a bit gratuitous.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, you know.
Well, that's very romantic, and you're just the last of the Red Hot lovers there.
So what
That's
do
how
I do?
to keep the spice in your
Do
marriage.
I just say, do you want to play pickleball? And then she goes, yes, sir. Is that
That's it.
that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
And then you go play pickleball.
She's
Yeah.
been quiet for a long time. There you go.
So, well, I do. So that's the reason why we're not doing any music. But I can say that we did just play the farmers market on last Saturday,
cool.
and that was super
For the
fun.
exposure.
Awesome.
And Dan, you need to do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, Yeah,
Okay.
you
what
need
songs
to.
did you play?
All of them. I mean, I just played a bunch of.
I don't know if I can play all of them.
I played, the songs that people knew. It was, and then I did a bunch of original stuff, which is no one knew that stuff, but it didn't matter. You throw in stuff people know, it's fine. But the crowd is so sweet.
Aw.
They're just, the Harrisonburg Farmers Market is full of people that are sweet people, and they're nice, and everyone came up to me and talked to me. They talked to all. I mean, it was weird. It was cool. It was like it was so unbar like. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's been full of sweet people our whole lives. I think it started, Chris, the year that you and I were born.
Right. It really did.
In this parking deck
Yeah,
behind
no,
us
you're
right
exactly
now,
right.
behind the Wine Brothers.
The guy who sells peaches, he came up and gave me a I don't know what you call it, a peck.
A peck of peaches.
Oh, that was sweet of him.
Yeah. Gave me a peck of peaches, and when people gave us money too, which was shocking. And yeah, it was really good. Really good.
Samuel Johnson was the founder of the farmers
Yeah, I think
market?
in 1979.
He was a
yeah.
great guy. He's no
now,
longer.
Clarence Stellinger was selling vegetables, I think, out of the back of his truck. Maybe preceding that. But yeah, Samuel
Well,
Johnson.
his name's on the plaque over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, because I bought vegetables from him.
Yes,
That
the
guy-
blueberry
he's-
farm.
No, he's the classic. I remember him.
With the coolie hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's beautiful.
The anecdotal story was when they started out in this parking deck. There was I will not name their name, a merchant, an old school merchant down here, trying to resurrect the old school Harrisonburg retail scene. Who was very angry and was spreading the story that somebody had a goat down at the parking deck.
So
Scandalous.
What's fun is if you look at the parking
Goat's
deck, they
tasty,
still
though.
have the awnings are there, but they're completely full of all birds.
Oh.
But so the awnings are there though, where the old farmers market used to
Wow.
be.
Full of
So
birds.
and there you go. There's what do they call that when
Pigeons. They're called pigeons.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
When you just look up and you'll see the old awnings where the farmers market used to be.
Okay. Cool.
So, gentlemen, and
You
Brittany?
Yeah.
what else is on the agenda for the evening?
I think Dan's got some things going
yeah,
on.
okay.
We can talk to us about.
Oh, I've been working on a concept. Regular listeners will know this already.
All three of them.
Is that counting the Latvian?
Got me the Latvian and my
Hey,
mother.
I am positive we are up to 11
We're up to a
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
regular listeners.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, maybe you'll find something to do eventually, dear listener. But in the meantime, I've been working on this concept album about social media and artificial intelligence and climate change.
Very timely.
Probably not going to be the feel-good hit of the summer. But I hope to finish it by the end of the calendar year, perhaps. Maybe even this calendar year. And so I just released 3 songs from it on all your favorite streaming media providers.
What did you use to release it? Was it what company?
I use a service called DistroKid.
Okay,
That's the
cool.
one everybody uses.
Yeah,
It just seems
I do it too.
pretty easy.
And that's the
So easy.
monthly service, right? You just pay a
Oh,
monthly
man,
fee.
yeah.
I think I pay annually, but
Oh, and
I guess yeah.
All right.
Well, the cool thing is that as you make money, and you do make some money.
Okay.
Do you?
They.
Well, he has to pay to have his on there.
Well, but they just take that, they deduct that from the fee, from the yearly fee. So I mean, they do the math for you. They're like, okay, so you made 17 cents and it cost you $30. So, hey, 29.
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
because
you were fast on that. 83.
I will say
you're a musician and you're not going to be able to do math. Just take care of it for you.
I'd recorded a lot of cover songs over the last 5 years, and those they charge you extra for in order to handle
Right,
licensing.
right.
So just one of those albums of nice songs that someone else wrote it costs me the same to distribute as 20 albums of the stuff I wrote. That said, I'm excited about this new stuff because it's the first original stuff I've done in about 5 years.
Cool.
And I'm pleased with the tack I've taken on it, and I think it's turning out okay.
Hey, so Grayson Pritchard of Blue
Blue Heron
Heron
Healing Arts.
Healing Arts comes up to me, and he said, "Oh man, you got to listen to Dan." Recorded a bunch of music down at the beach, and it's on YouTube. And he gave me the link, sent it to me, and I listened to Cinnamon Girl.
Oh gosh!
And no, it's fun, Dan.
Isn't
it's
it though?
super fun. And I just love the Grayson. All right, so I'll say it. There are those people that are like, check this out, listen to this music. Grayson's one of those people, and he's always sending me new stuff all the time, and it's cool. Be one of those people out there in the world, and but he sent that to me, and I listened to Cinnamon Girl, and it was awesome.
We had so much fun. It was me and 17 friends in a beach house, and three of us. We had a bunch of instruments. I took a bunch of recording stuff, and we took requests from our family and friends at the beach house, and we did Cinnamon Girl. We did Just the Two of Us, that Bill Withers tune.
Awesome.
We did an In Excess song. We did White Lines by Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. One of the kids had to sing that because I can't groove that hard. But,
okay, good. Well,
it was
good.
just a blast. And dear friends.
Send me the link. I'll make sure to post it with this episode.
We'll do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is now finished.
Episode 22 in the books.
It is.
Thanks, kids. See you next week.
That was fun.
I'll tell you all about the pig next week.
Oh, we forgot all about the pig.
Oh,
no.
I want you to write me a comedy routine about the pig for Friday night.
It's not even that long enough.
You don't know about the... Last week we talked about the pig.
Yeah, no,
we said we were going to talk about the pig.
But every episode.
But then something interesting happened, right? Yeah. So something happened with the pig that you're like,
well, that's the story.
Oh,
yeah.
The interesting thing that happened is the story of the pig.
Porcine intervention.
Okay.
It didn't get eaten, right?
Tune in next week
to
hear about the next time we talk about it.
Okay, once again, thanks to our sponsor, Ruby's Arcade, Clementine.
Thank you. Ruby's.
At 7:30 almost every Tuesday night, and for the Bingo is Life live and in person, tremendous family event, and very funny and fun, with some bowling at the end, and then anytime you want to in cyberspace, Bingo is Life podcast. We'll see you again next week, and keep it real.
Good night.
Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers How to Show and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.